Welcome to the Michael Yo Show. It's Michael Yo. Very excited. That's Ashley, by the way. She's in New York City, the best producer in the
Oh,
world.
how sweet.
That's right. If you need a person to do all your clips, captions, all that good stuff, she does everything you see on my socials. She does. She's amazing. I absolutely love her. Dean, on the other hand, that's Dean. I needed a token white boy on the show. So Dean is that dude. No, serious. Dean's a great engineer. He is an artist. What you got an album out?
I do. Obsession is not love. I'm a music artist. So that's
all right.
The new album that's out. This
is the episode 3. I mean, the Yo Show's been going on forever, but this is episode 3. I'm so excited to bring him in right now. He's one of the funniest dudes in the game. I watched the special. It's my privilege. That's what it's called, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to make sure I got it right because that's the worst, saying the wrong name of a special. It's my privilege. JB Ball is in the studio.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
What's going on?
He's in the Yo Club. Anyway,
let's get it.
JB, so this is what we do. We go over topics, biggest topics, and then we kind of, we're just going to throw out some interview questions to you too, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Ashley.
Yep.
This is our 3rd episode, and we're talking about Taylor Swift again.
Look, that's all that's in the news.
Here we go. Thank you, JB. Here we go. All right, go ahead. What's the newest thing?
Okay, Taylor Swift's promo for her Eras movie that's going to be in theaters. That showed up at MetLife Stadium. Everyone booed.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
And I told you, Ashley and Dean, I told y'all, fans hate this, but the media loves it because it's just something to talk about. Everybody wants to be in gossip, and this is part of it.
Do y'all even believe the relationship? Do y'all believe? Where are we on the fence? Are we believers, or is this a marketing ploy?
Okay.
Take firm stances.
But this is, no, I'm taking a firm stance, but I have a question for you first, JB.
Sure.
Why would Taylor need any more attention? She's the biggest selling artist in the world. She just made over $7 billion in tours. I mean, the girl's everywhere. The shorts she wore at that game sold out like that. If Travis wears something because he's with her, sells out like that. Why does she need more attention? I think it's a yes. That's a hard answer. Yes. Dean, let's go to Dean.
I think they are 100% yes, playing around. There's no incentive for them to do that, otherwise.
I disagree. There is an incentive for Travis because it's money for him.
Okay, valid. But
Yeah.
I still think that if Taylor's involved, it's got to be a real thing. I think that's
okay. Ashley, go ahead.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
She's out. She wouldn't be out there in front of. I mean, she might be, but like Travis Kelce of all people,
I love JB. Okay, JB, go ahead. What do you think?
I love all of you. All right, let's go. So, obviously, and then when I say obviously, that's my heart saying, I don't believe it's real. As a sports fan, don't believe it's real. As a person who follows gossip, don't believe it's real. Here's what I got. First off, why would Taylor Swift do this? Why do billionaires still want more money? That has nothing to do with the desire to stay on top. That has been existing forever. Jeff Bezos still works. Bill Gates still works. Elon Musk still does what he calls work. Like all of that stuff is always going to happen. You want to stay on top because you get addicted to staying on top. You get to the top and you realize money can't buy me more, but I don't want to lose this thing.
But you realize that has nothing to do with Travis. She could date anybody and be in the press.
Sure.
But
smart PR is that they know we love this story. They know we love this story. And it's her getting into a new space, right? How many women have been upsetting their boyfriends going, hey, have you heard of this guy, Travis Kelce?
Oh, yeah.
That Taylor Swift just made famous. How many people have been doing that, right?
Oh, everyone.
So she is like creeping her way into other social spaces, right? It's no different than when, say, Kanye first comes out and he does only features with the hottest artists, but now he's poaching from their crowds, right? She is now poaching from the football fandom. What I love about the football fandom, though, is that we're ruthless degenerates.
That's right.
And we won't have it.
We won't.
And we won't have it.
We won't, man.
What are you?
I do appreciate that.
Go ahead, Ashley.
What are you gonna do? I don't get it. You won't have it. What do you mean? You're gonna kick her out?
Well, what I'm saying is like, no, that is her getting booed. Listen, our effort only goes but so far. But you're gonna know how we feel. Your money's your money. And to be clear, I'm not even against this girl. Like, by all means, I hear nothing but great things. Go do your thing. The stories I've heard about her, like empowering little girls and fathers being like, this is the greatest day of me as a father getting to provide. So I eat all that up. As a guy who grew up with like a single dad, eat that
Yeah.
up. Anything that's great for the parent being a great parent, right? I'm just saying, when you're interrupting my football,
Thank you.
like your sketch, by the way, Mike, which I thought was great, which I thought that was awesome. I just think when someone seeps into your life and they're not supposed to be there, then they start becoming an annoyance, and now you got to like start bucking back against it. Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj, I never had a problem with until she started influencing women that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Then
Yes.
I was like, she needs to chill out,
Well.
right? So
Go ahead.
so with Taylor, I feel that same thing where I'm like, live your dreams. We all have a listen. I'm not trying to say you to stay in a lane, but stay in your group of lanes. You have multiple lanes, occupy your lanes.
Okay. And another thing she's done is women. Okay, look, I hate to sound like this, but Sunday was sacred to men. Like there were, like I don't want to say women weren't allowed, but women. Let's say if I had to do a percentage, because there is a group of women that like football, maybe 70% of women don't. 80%. What would you say? What's the Ashley? What would you say the out of your 10 friends, how many likes football?
Oh yeah, it would be maybe 0.5.
0.5%.
And my friends are lesbians.
Okay, so I don't know what that means.
That means you.
But
they,
okay.
They would, out of everyone, they would like football. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I wanted you to say it and not me.
Right.
So 0.5%, right? So now these women are watching the games because Taylor Swift. So my wife, literally, I'm watching football on Sunday, and this is not a joke. She's next to me. Oh my God, look what Taylor's wearing. I want those shorts. She goes to the internet, tries to order the shorts, sold out that fast. And I'm like, women don't care about it fascinates me. And good for Taylor. It fascinates me how people are so locked into what she does. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think like we really need to draw like these strong distinctions, like these lines of like, this is not a criticism of Taylor.
No.
I am happy for that woman. Go get your money, go get your fame. I'm just talking about living in this civilization. Shit's getting weird, man.
It is.
It's just getting weird out here, dude. And I'm just going like, I don't feel like I should be seeing you in this space. I'm shocked you're showing up. No different than when you see an artist do a crossover in a space that you don't expect him to do. Bad Bunny is in like Bullet Train and he's got a whole fight scene and you're like, wait, is this bad? I remember not knowing he was in the movie. And just it took me out of the movie questioning, was I looking at Bad Bunny the whole time, or was this some actor I was unaware of?
You know what it's like? It's like when Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's
you
like,
remember
what are we
that?
doing here, man?
It's like, what are you doing here, man? You're not supposed to be over here.
Okay, but here's the thing is that Taylor Swift is not playing football. Why can't she just go to the game and support some guy that she's hooking up with, hanging out with?
Allegedly seen. Okay, so can I stir this up?
Yeah.
So there's a report today that said that Travis Kelce got seen with the OnlyFans model immediately after leaving the game with Taylor Swift. That just came out today. So if we really want some tea and some gossip, and I'm not saying something happened, but she's in the car and it's a drop top and they're not being private.
What,
So,
but you see though that's PR because he's like, I'm with this other lady, I'm not with Taylor. So if you believe what you say, it's all PR, then that woman that's fake, just to draw more attention.
I think it's all fake. Like I
Okay.
think everyone benefits by this being a story.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone eats. That's why it's brilliant.
NFL
But
eat.
like, do I believe it? No, I don't believe it. I've seen M. Night Shyamalan movies. I have questions. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna believe any. I want to see them making out on the beach, and I need a sex tape release before I'm like, this is real.
Well,
This is real.
honestly, I wouldn't even believe it then. You know what I mean?
I'm okay. Look, I mean, I say this with love, and I truly do mean that because I'm all for all types of relationships. It is hard for me as a sexual being who has had experiences in the world to believe that Travis Kelce would go from his former girlfriend to Taylor Swift. When you look at Travis's history of what he has been into, it is hard for me to actually
Literally
believe
into.
he's
Yes.
excited for this. Beyond the idea of, have you ever been with somebody and you've been like, oh man, I can't believe I'm with them.
Yeah.
The them wears off, and then you're like, oh, it's you. Like you start seeing through the curtain.
But I do believe this is big for Taylor, because she's always, if you think about Taylor Swift's, the guy she dated, basically it's a male version of her. Very thin, very white. It's probably like making out with herself, right?
I get what you're saying, Michael. She's never been broken before.
That's
She's
right.
Find out.
And this dude is like a man. You know what I mean?
Travis is so big. And if you see that dude party, you're like, her back is going to be broken in two. Are you kidding me right now? I don't think she's got it in her.
No.
We were having this debate, and I hope this is appropriate for your show.
It's 100% appropriate.
Okay. So we like doing this thing with celebrities where you go, what sex postures do you think are in their catalog? And so what I mean is, if you're doing doggy style, there's a range of postures that women get comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
I think Taylor Swift is a cat back. I think she does the arch. You know what I'm saying? The one where you're like, I don't want to be humping a hill, but that's what I'm like. She looks like a cat that got shot, but I didn't know you were home. I don't think Taylor does doggy any other way. I think she's the one that goes,
she's not comfortable. What you're saying is she's not comfortable.
Yeah, Taylor does doggy like she accidentally sat on a butt. I just think that's how I imagine it to be. I don't know that I'm right, and I don't want to confirm.
No,
but that's what's in my head.
Yeah, man. We talked about, we launched this podcast, and Taylor Swift, like every day it's a Taylor Swift topic. But I said this, I think the problem is she's always so excited when nobody else is excited in the pictures.
Which is a big deal. Because now I feel like you're selling me.
Yes.
I just don't sell me. I just want to trust that you're into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like moderate reactions go so much further. Like, okay, let me throw out a theory at you.
Yes.
I'm curious where y'all fall on the fence. Are you more into theater acting or film acting?
Okay, but that's different because it's different contexts. If you're on stage, you have to be more exaggerated so that feeling can reach the back of the theater, you know? So in film, it doesn't really matter.
It's tighter. You have smaller motions, unless you're Kevin Hart, then everything's big.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
But
so my question wasn't why do they do that? My question is, what's your preference? Because I agree with you. I've been told that same thing, right? But what do you prefer?
Film.
I prefer film. I prefer subtleties.
Yeah.
Subtleties feel real.
Yeah.
Exaggerations feel too over the top. I've never seen a musical that I believed. And you're not supposed to. That doesn't mean I don't like musicals.
No, I did like Hamilton though.
Incredible.
I did like Hamilton.
I think the producers is incredible. That's for you. But like I'm sorry. I love the success of it, but when I saw him rapping with Black Thought and Jimmy Fallon, I was like, this is blasphemy. To the hip hop community, this is blasphemy.
Do you know, like when I went to the show Hamilton in New York, they had old white people saying, oh, did you listen to the soundtrack coming up? I was like, you just basically listened to a low-rated rap album. But they classify it as normal music when, you know what I mean? They accepted that this is not rap. This is a musical. And all it is rap music.
Yeah. I will say, Michael, you're the blackest person who's called it rap music to me. Normally, it is always, and I want to make it good. I have love for every race. If you see my special, my whole thing is about inclusion of everybody. I love everybody. It's only been white people who tell me that that's rap.
I know.
No black person who has seen Hamilton is like they are rapping.
No.
No one.
No. You misheard me. Don't put words in my mouth. I said they said they listened to rap music on the way to. No, I did say what you just said. Now I'm clarifying myself.
I didn't want to
I'm backtracking. It's not rap music, but to white people, it's rap music. To those people that go to the play. Music. That's what I meant to say.
I would go like, this is rap music in that. If we were in the 80s, this is still considered rap music. I think rap has like evolved beyond that type of delivery in a way that like we don't identify with, at least in mass.
You know
like,
what it is?
I think there's individuals everywhere, but like I think most of us are like, this doesn't really.
But you know what, man? I got to tell you, JB, I love the story though. I love the story they told.
The story's great.
The story's
great.
I love coming from the bottom. You're an immigrant. You come in, and now you running things. Not running things, but I mean, he had a part in the Constitution. He got his hustle on, man. But before we move on, you got some details, Ashley. Now, she broke some records or something?
Yes. The game between the Chiefs and the Jets had a record-breaking audience. It was 27 million viewers. And that's like the most, it said something, it was the most viewership since the last Super Bowl.
So can I just throw this out there that should be an indictment on being a Swiftie? Like that should be, what I mean here is like that should be a wake-up call to the ridiculousness of your obsession. Now what I mean is love your artist, but if you are watching a 3-hour football game to catch a glimpse of your artist watching a football game, what are you doing? What is that payoff?
Yes, we're on the same page.
Watch her show, like watch her do a thing, but now you're actually tuning in to watch her exist.
Okay,
that's where I'm like, that seems absurd to me. And when I think of anybody that I'm a huge fan of, I'm not tuning in to watch them exist somewhere. Like, are they doing something? Great. But like when they cut to like Denzel watching a basketball game, I don't care.
Yeah.
Is he acting? Well, then why are we looking at Denzel? You know what I mean? I feel that way. JB, you live in LA. You've seen celebrities. They come out to the Comedy Store, wherever you perform. Brad knows a lot of celebrities. Brad Williams, I'm talking about, who you tour with a lot. Yeah. I mean, you got to understand, we're used to that world. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really affect us. Like I came up from radio. I'm used to being backstage with the biggest musical acts in the world. And let me tell you, nobody's backstage until they go out. But other people think like, yo, can I be backstage? But nothing goes on backstage. You know, it's just all business. Like we've all understood, like we've met enough people to understand how like these are celebrities, but they are just still human beings.
Yeah.
Right? And so maybe this is the time that we need to help Swifties understand that Taylor is a human just like any one of us. She has tried to fart and accidentally shit her pants, right? She has gotten so drunk she peed on her leg. She has done these things, and I need y'all to accept that lack of grace that she has in her life as well. She is just like she has burped at an inopportune time. She has accidentally said all of the lyrics of a Biggie song. Like, you know, she's made these mistakes and she is human, and that is fine. I'm still here. Let's celebrate this person. But we can acknowledge when we're being ridiculous. That's all. I think that's all people are asking for as the non-fans of like, can you just acknowledge when you're doing too much? Come on, man. We're doing too much now.
I agree. Do you accept that?
No, I don't accept it. I think you have to choose someone you're mad at. Are you mad at Taylor Swift or are you mad at the fans?
No.
You're mad at the fans.
I'm mad at the fans. I'm mad at the fans, but it's not mad. I'm mad in like a fatherly way. Like I'm disappointed.
That's even worse.
Because I believe y'all are smarter than me. I just believe like through the voice of reason, you could be like, oh, okay. Oh, no, I get it. I'm not telling you to stop your thing. But I'm going, hey, do you understand how now your love of your thing is ruining other people's things?
Okay.
Can we have some empathy for other people's things?
He said it right there.
Fine.
He said,
I'm not putting football into Taylor Swift videos going like, learn Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Learn him.
Fine.
Can we just have our things?
Hey, Ashley, question. When does that Taylor Swift movie come out of her concert?
October 13th.
That could be she's all over the place because she's promoting that. She's already hit over 10 million. Maybe that's what you're talking about, Jay. It's a whole promotion for this movie to stay relevant.
How could it not be? You always want to be relevant.
Yeah.
When is PR bad?
Yeah.
Like, you're just constantly building relevance. Why is this chick dating Pete Davidson? You think she likes him? I don't. So I just think it becomes a trending thing of like, well, now y'all remember my name a little more.
Yeah.
Which, if that's how the game is played, great. I'm not mad at Pete. I'm not mad at her. Y'all do your thing. Be happy. Be married. Create whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
But don't look me in the eyes and call me a liar. Don't you dare do that.
All right. We gotta take a quick break. This is where we go to commercial. And for anyone, this is a new podcast. If you want to be as a sponsor, this is your time to come on and we will give you the spotlight for this time in the show. But since we don't have any sponsors right now, because it's our third episode, Ashley, who's the sponsor of today's show?
The Yo Show podcast is sponsored by Michael Yo on his Do I Lie tour.
Bam, 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 bam. We also got another sponsor. JB Ball is a sponsor of the Yo Show. He has a brand new special that's coming out, that's already out, YouTube. It's called It's My Privilege. Tell us about it, JB Ball.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's something I poured my heart into. It's my first 1 hour special. The reviews have been absolutely amazing. If you check the comment section, they are overtly like complimentary and really like passionately flattering me, and I'm eating every ounce of it up. It's really a heartfelt thing. It's just a conversation between races and between some conscious discussions that make a lot of people angry, and it's showing people a middle ground where we all exist and we all find funny. And I'm just trying to show examples of, hey, we're actually more alike than we are different. And if we stopped all of this like bickering, like that's done through the media, this concept of like they want you to feel polarized. If you actually look at how much we agree on, we're having way more fun together than we are apart. And so it just kind of functions as like a great social study in that. Like everybody who's watching gets it, like in terms of every race gets talked about, every gender gets talked about, regions get talked about, but in a new way. So you're going to hear some familiar things manipulated to make a nuanced point.
Got
and
you.
that point couldn't be more relevant to right now, the era that you're living in. I really am proud of it. Like the people's responses.
I watched a large chunk of it, and I love your interracial stuff because basically you were talking about me growing up. Because I
figured.
I love that part, and you really proved that. Like it's all the outside noise that wants people not to get along, because it's better. Just like Taylor Swift. It's better for her career, for everybody to be talking about her. It's better for the news outlets for there to be rifts than the people get along, because that's a boring news story. Today, nothing happened. Everybody got along. Yeah. That's boring.
Good stuff. You hear about Jeff? Made a cake. Nailed it. What kind of story is that? Yeah, but I just believe that. I just believe love is love, and I just believe in like trying to find the good in people. You know, I'm ripping Taylor Swift a new asshole, but I'm saying what a great asshole.
It's with love.
You know,
it's with love.
Like, I'm joking. That's so weird to say. But,
maybe for Travis that's the case, but not for you. Not for you.
He's not going to see it. Come on. Do you think anyone who has sex with her gets overwhelmed with the thought of like, I'm looking at Taylor Swift's butthole right now?
They have to, right?
You know what I mean? Or like one of those, right? Like you have that moment where you go like, oh my God, I'm one of the few.
Are you one of the few? Are you one of the few?
Yeah. I actually don't think her black book's that big. I just think we've grandorized it. Right?
Yeah,
like
it's
we're just
true.
so aware of each step of it, you know?
Well, okay, commercial break is done. JB Ball. Check out his new privilege. Check out his new special. It's my privilege. Now, back to the show. Boop. All right. So, yes, but I've never thought, JB, but I would imagine, because let me tell you, I've not had a similar thing happen, but I have had famous people call me, and you look at the phone and you go, yo,
it's happening
this
right
is
now.
Fucking cool that this person just called me. So I can understand if you were like hooking up with Taylor Swift for a moment, you're like, yo, I'm hooking up with one of the biggest pop stars in the world, right?
That's all I mean.
Yeah.
That's all
Especially,
I mean.
100%.
Just that realization of like, whoa, this happening to me right now?
Yeah.
Because it's also a thing, like you can't report it, you can't share it, you can't you can't live in that moment with somebody else. You just kind of have that, you're overcome with that realization of like, I'm really getting to do this right. Who the am I?
I know.
You know?
I know. Anyway, are we done? Are we done with Taylor?
We are done with Taylor
Thank you.
now, today.
Oh
That
my
should be
God.
a shirt,
Hopefully.
by the way.
Huh?
That should be a shirt. We are done with Taylor. Do you have any idea how well that would sell?
Oh my God. Thank you. I'm going to make it today.
Right?
We are done with Taylor.
We are done with Taylor.
All right. Let's talk. Okay. I like this story about Tom Hanks because I think it's so important for today. Go ahead, read the Tom Hanks story, and I want to get JB's take on this because I think this is going to be a problem in the future.
Yeah, so Tom Hanks went out on his Instagram and he said that his voice and his image were used in a dental plan advertisement without his consent. At all, and he does not endorse this
AI.
the AI in general.
I think this is good. I think it's already here. I sent Ashley a contact. There's this AI graphic artist. I don't know if you saw his page, but it's one of the most brilliant graphic artists I've ever seen, but he's a good one where he will actually give his art to the artist he makes it of so they could use it if they want, that's why I want him on a podcast because he's so far ahead of the game right now. But I remember I was interviewing Sean Patton probably about a year ago. And he goes, how long before, and this is before the AI craze, before you can go to Vegas and watch one of your favorite comedians with a hologram or AI,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
And just put all the other comedians out of business. I think it's terrible, but I also think it's going to bring good, just like Instagram, social. There's bad in it. There's great in it. You just got to find the middle ground. But the problem is, you can't chase down these AI people. You can chase down the dental company, but you're not going to be able to stop this AI thing. And now me and my wife and family created keywords. So if my wife calls me and she's in danger, she has a word she has to say. So so we know it's not AI or anything. You know, it's crazy that you have to do that, but it's also, you can't be like, it's not going to happen. It's the future. It's happening. So deal with it and just, kind of conform to it. What's your thoughts, JB?
I think Tom Hanks is mostly upset that they're using his Forrest Gump voice for the like if they had maybe chosen a different Tom,
like the Toy Story Tom.
I got my veneers.
Yeah,
it's like okay, well, I do agree with him. I do think it's a concern, but here's the problem, right? And obviously there are tons of problems, but here's the one I see in my consumer brain is I'm following pages that are creating AI duplicates of songs I like with characters, like cartoon characters, and it's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's great.
I heard SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star.
Oh my God, I've heard this too.
Squidward and Goku sing Her and Jasmine Sullivan. It's one of the greatest things I have ever heard in my life. I kid you not, if I show you my computer, I have that tab saved. I watch it every day. I watch it every day. I've listened to that, I'm not exaggerating, 500 times. It's so good. And so it's one of those things where I go like, we're going to be too tempted by what we love about it to moderate it. We're not going to do it. It's going to get out of hand. And let's be honest, you guys, we're already doomed. Let's just get in the fun while we can. All right? We're long gone. We've been long gone.
But don't you think like with anything, it's over the top, it gets crazy. Then we're like, all right, let's bring it back to the middle. It's like that happens with everything, right? It really does. It goes crazy. Then people are like, all right, let's bring it back. It kind of like what's interesting about people, us, humans, we love to take it as far as it can. And then I would say 70% of the people, or actually 66% of the people go, that's too much, let's bring it back. But then there's that 34% of the people that are like, yo, let's keep going. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay,
and that's,
I see you working.
Yeah, and that's...
my thought was the porn industry doesn't agree with you.
Oh.
They're all about pushing the envelope.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, I'm not getting blue here, but I mean, genuinely, like their psychology is like, how do we push further into a new space of kink, right? When I was growing up, it was shameful to like feet. And now that's not even shamed. Now, Janae Aiko is doing like regular lyrics about eating the booty like groceries. Like that's an old lyric.
Yeah.
That's regular now. You see what I'm saying? So like that progression happens. I just think we're becoming more desensitized, so the line gets pushed further.
Well, you remember, talking about not as sensitized, you remember when the news used to go, hey, we can't show you this footage. Because it's too graphic. Then
and
I remember
like,
the first
from that angle. Here's a better angle.
Yeah, but then it went to we can't show you the full video. We're just going to show you a clip. Now it's just like, hey, get ready.
Viewer discretion.
Viewer
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Here we go.
That's pretty much it.
Too many words for you to read in a warning.
Yeah.
Be ready to get traumatized. It should always just say hide your kids.
Yes.
Like that should be the whole warning. And you're like, oh, okay, I know what's coming. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. So AI is going to be a problem, but it is what it is, right?
It should say, you know what the warning should say? It should say, if you've seen a Saw movie, you'll be fine. And then it should just run the clip.
Yo, let me tell you, man, we have a friend of the family that's a first grade teacher. And this is how crazy this is in Nevada. I think you're supposed to say Nevada. It's Nevada.
No,
Is that,
it's
are
Nevada.
they sticklers about
It's
that?
Nevada.
Nevada is what people make fun of. It's
Okay, so
Nevada.
it's Nevada, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm saying it right. Nevada. So she's a teacher at one of these Nevada schools. And she goes, what are you guys excited? She's going to spring break. What are you guys excited to watch? Kids were saying like that suicide. What was that Korean game show on
Squid
Netflix?
Games, right?
Squid Games.
Squid
that
Game. Yeah,
Saw
Squid Game.
movies. These are first graders, bro. Like all types of horrific movies. And the first thing I think, where are the parents, right? But then a kid went up to my friend who's a teacher and goes, I want to cut off your head and put it in a box and burn it. First grade. First grade. So this whole desensitized thing.
Well, that kid was watching Mindhunters. That's
yeah,
not
or
Squid Game.
something.
That kid's watching-
Bro,
okay, devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't know your whole childhood. In my childhood, my dad would let me watch anything. I was watching South Park when I was 9. I watched it from the beginning.
Well, you're
I
younger than
watched
me.
South Park. Yeah. So I guess the point I'm making is I remember this time I had to go do a sleepover at one of my friend's house down the street. And I remember his dad was watching the movie Blade.
Yeah.
And I had already seen Blade a million times.
Mhm.
It was like one of my favorite movies ever. I'm like maybe 11 at this time. I'm walking by the living room. He's watching Blade. Everybody's going to my buddy's room, but I stay to watch Blade. And the dad goes, "Oh no, you can't watch something like this." And I was like, "I'll recite this to you. What are you talking about?"
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is like I'd like to believe I didn't end up messed up in any kind of a non-fun way, right?
Yeah.
Like I just think like I just gained some perspective, and as long as I was raised correctly, I would understand what to do with that info I got from that show. So like I look at that as like a testament to how good of a father I had,
Yeah.
which actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, speaks to your point because you're just saying where are the parents,
Yeah.
right? You're not saying they can't watch it, but like the parents have an obligation
100%.
in their kids watching this.
Like
So, yeah, let
even
me
if
take a
my
step back.
son watched that type of stuff, he would never go to a teacher and say that. You know what I mean? Because he would know.
Yeah, I can't say that I said that. Yeah.
You know, because I got to be honest with you, my son is first grade, right? That's why it hit home so much. And he'll watch some stuff, and then he'll say some stuff around the house. Like I don't even like but I come from a house where my parents didn't tell me they loved me. You know, even though they did, it was just a way of life back then. So my son will say something like, "Oh, even in a game, this is how sensitive I am." He's playing this game. He goes, "Oh, I died." I'm like, "Oh, no, you didn't die. You didn't die. No, the game person died." Nah, I don't want, like, that's how sensitive I am. You can call me a bitch. You know, like, I'm that dude. You know what I mean? I don't want him to mention death. I'm just very, but look,
He's like, "Dad, the screen literally says you died."
Yeah, it literally does.
That's not what words mean. Not this time.
I'm thinking about
Yeah,
like Minecraft.
that's what I'm
and it's
saying.
Like, you died. I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh,
that's why I'm like, no, you know, and
the
then
character died.
I took him to the Ninja Turtles movie, which I
Yeah.
loved. And it says that Ninja Turtle movie for a kids movie says murder about 50 times. Oh, we got to murder these guys. Murder. I was like, and I'm like, son, murder is bad. You don't need it. Like, I'm that dude right now. You know what I mean?
Forget,
Because
our cartoons used to not say murder; they would just show you the murder. So, like, you know,
Right.
that's so
you
true.
know, I saw what went down with Bambi's mom. I know the deal. You know,
That's so, JB, that's so interesting because the Ninja Turtle movies never showed the murder. They just said
always
murder.
implied, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And ours was like, fly. Oh,
It
yeah.
was bad. Yeah, I saw dudes get. Remember when you'd see a dude get like sliced up like
Mortal
and then he
Kombat,
would just
the video
melt
game.
into pieces all at the same time.
Mortal
And we were
Kombat,
like, "Oh, that's artistic."
right?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was great. Remember when it first came out and parents were complaining about how gory it was, so they just put an option to turn the gore off.
Yes.
So, like, you could still stab a dude with a flying spear and rip his head off, but no blood would
but
show.
no blood would shoot out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, problem solved. All right, well, that's.
That's amazing. All right, let's take a quick break right there. This is, if you're a sponsor, want to be on the show, this is where you would go. Dean, tell us about your new album.
Yes, 6 new songs, hot and fresh, ready to go. Obsession is Not Love. It's the EP that just dropped, and it's out on any platform. Just Dean London Swift.
Oh, he has a logo.
I have a logo. I have a cover. It's great. Sebi Clemens did it. Shout out Sebi Clemens. He's great.
Obsession.
Dean, you literally look like you're spitting game as you talk.
I know,
am
right?
Enamored with
Thank
your
you.
delivery. I'm just like, this dude is like, is he ever not hitting on something?
Oh my god! Dang. Yo, my girlfriend's
Yeah,
so
just,
mad at me too. Like,
new album coming out.
I know, right?
6 new tracks, man. Like,
He's
I don't even rap, guys. This is so nice.
All right.
Thank you.
all right.
Look, he's turning red. It's
I know.
cute.
This
It's
is the
cute.
white boy in me.
Yeah.
This is getting blushed.
All right, Ashley, what are you pimping?
All right, I'm going to be playing kickball in New York City this Saturday. So if you want to see a bunch of gay women playing kickball together.
That's right.
All right.
Is your team any
Is
good?
that intentionally done, or is that a coincidence? Is it a gay
No,
women's
it's a gay
league?
women's league. Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, thank you for the inclusivity.
Is your
We're not invited.
Right. We don't get kicked off immediately of the field by the men at all.
I know, I do love that. Like, I do love the reverse. Like, I'm not gonna say prejudice. That's not what I mean. But just like the reverse segregation, we go like, what if the Negro League was like, well, actually, y'all can't come play with us.
Right.
How about that?
Anyone can play. What, Michael? What was your question?
Yeah.
So is your team any good?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
We just have fun. I have like this
Okay.
huge,
That's
like
good.
I don't see it, but I have a huge bruise from attempting to catch the ball when I was playing in the field the other day. Look, but
Effort is hot, though. Effort is hot.
right.
I'm trying to make that argument in things. Like, for all people, effort is attractive.
It's so fun.
As long as it doesn't look like
Oh
desperation,
yeah, no.
it's
No. And
appreciated.
I played sports all my life too, so
Your bruise says otherwise, Ashley. Your
There you
bruise says
go.
otherwise.
That's the end of commercial break. Beep. Let's end with JB and let's learn more about him. I want to do that. JB, I know you toured with Brad Williams, and if y'all got questions, just throw them out to him. How'd you guys hook up? Like, how'd you like jump on his tour? And I know you headline clubs yourself as well. How'd this all happen?
Yeah.
Because I love Brad.
Yeah. Brad's one of my favorite people on earth to just discuss literally anything with. He's legitimately one of my best friends, and that's part of one of the reasons why we kept working together. We met like a decade ago on the road. There was a club called Side Splitters in Knoxville. It's no longer there, but there's still one in Tampa that's awesome.
Yeah.
The Knoxville one's gone. We met really early on. I remember we had a great show together. We just got paired together. We didn't know each other. And I remember we were going into like a Fuddruckers, and we realized we didn't think about what we looked like walking around together. So if you don't know, Brad is a white dwarf. I am comparatively a giant black man, and we don't walk around like that's weird at all. And so we just walk in this building, and just everybody looked at us like, what? You keep in mind, this is Tennessee. This
Yeah.
is the heart of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So they're just like, I didn't know we had either of those things here. And they just came in together. And I remember us just looking at each other and going like, oh, that's cool. We should keep making people feel like that.
Right?
And so we went our separate ways, but we just like stayed in touch. And then eventually we were just playing all the same clubs. At that point, I was a feature. He was already headlining. So I was like, do you want to let's just do the shows together. So we're just always doing shows with friends. And that's kind of just what it became. And over the years, we've just like got a stronger and stronger relationship. And I really do like doing his crowds, because a lot of his crowds are not my demographic. And so what ends up happening is I get to show people who typically wouldn't have come out and given me a chance how fun a show like mine is. And then they're just like, I'm all in on this. So
That's
it is
great.
like this perfect kind of, like fusion of just like people who would have thought I was something else. And then they see me and they go like, this is totally refreshing and really fun and really insightful. And yeah. It's been a beautiful thing.
And I also tell you what's great about Brad and you, he actually promotes you. You know, a lot of headliners,
Yeah.
they don't, even though they take features, they don't promote the feature. I see Brad always like, I believe I read he put it out, and most headliners would be embarrassed about this, but he goes, yo, my man JB just got a standing ovation before I came out. You know, like a lot of headliners wouldn't do that.
About that story?
Huh?
Something nobody knows about that is when I was coming off stage from that standing ovation, when I got behind the curtain, he was dancing. He was so happy.
Yeah.
Like, that's how truly happy that guy. That guy. Listen, you don't know joy until you go behind a curtain and there's a dwarf like dancing, like joy for your like.
Yeah.
It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Truly, because he is like truly invested in you as a friend. But it's like Brad's like. He's been adamant about this, and I'm not saying this to boast. I'm saying like this was one of those things where like I was truly flattered by in my career from how hard I work. And he was like, "It's stupid that you're not famous.
Yeah.
Like the only reason you're not famous is because people haven't seen what you do yet. It's not because what you do isn't of that level. Everybody who sees it recognizes it, and then they're like, "Holy hell, where has this guy been the whole time?" And it meant a lot that he said that, and he said it so many times. And you need people like that in your life when you're coming up and you're battling. You know what I mean? Like we're all looking to be that for somebody else, or we should be.
Yes.
And he's awesome.
I tell you, and I said this on the show before too. Comedy right now, there's so many great comedians. It's about exposure. It's almost like Kelly Clarkson could always sing, but until she was on American Idol, then everybody knows who she is. And that's what I love about comedy is because it's the one job you can see friends blow up, that you're so close where it's like, oh, they're actually doing the same material they did 2 weeks ago, but now all of a sudden it's great because they put out a special. Like Ali Wong, I go to this Ali Wong story all the time. Ali Wong and I performed at the Ice House 2 weeks before her special came out. Maybe 50 people there. Doing the same material that's in the special. Special comes out, she's selling out venues, theaters, whatever she's doing. It's just about, I mean, first of all, you got to be great like Ali, but it's about exposure too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all
absolutely.
looking for that pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember the week of the special when we were filming, I was in the city and I just went to check out a buddy at open mic. And then I was just like, well, forget it, man. I'll go work on something for the special, like whatever. I had one new bit that was going to go in the special that I didn't have a lot of reps with.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, forget it. Like, let's get some reps in with it, right? It bombs so aggressively. Like, and I'm talking the week of this, when I'm supposed to be riding a high of confidence that all this material is going to be like bang, 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 bang. And it was getting nothing. And then I do it in the special, kills. But I had to like live in that moment and then go into the special like with like half second guessing, like which experience are we going to have with it this time,
Yeah.
So that just really, comedy is so humbling in that way where it's just like 1 minute you're this, the next minute you're that. And it's just all about connecting with that crowd that night. That really is it.
It is. And I was telling people why it's very humbling for a person like me. I'll sell out some venues. I'll sell out some club weekends. Then I'll go to other markets and it's slow. And that's why I decided to do this. I'm doing a documentary now where I'm bringing people on the journey of my Do I Lie tour because we all have friends that are selling out stadiums now, right? But their documentary is like, I travel to this city, stadium. I travel to this city, stadium. It's like, you know what's going to happen. It's not like nobody's going to show up. So I like to show that story of like, yo, some markets sell out, some markets, let's see who shows up, if anybody shows up. So that's the beautiful,
I've had
humbling
shows where
thing.
people showed up thinking I was somebody else, Even though my name's on the fly, I swear, I've signed autographs as Terrell Owens. I've signed autographs. I'm not joking. I've signed autographs as Sterling from Ridiculousness. Like I swear to you, man. People, it doesn't matter that my name's on the flyer. They'll look at a face and go, "That must be him." And I'm like, "The name is
Has
right
anyone
there,
come out thinking you're JB Smooth?
Yeah, you want to hear it? I'm not even joking. The first time I ever got on stage was an open mic, and one of the guys who was like now one of my best friends, he forgot my name as he was introducing me, and he called me JB Smooth, not knowing that is an existing comedian. So then the look on the crowd's faces when I walk up there and I'm not JB Smooth. This is my first time on stage, man. It's hard enough. It's hard enough. And they're just like, where's the Curb Your Enthusiasm guy? That ain't him. Now they think like I've lied to someone And now I'm up here on like false pretenses. Oh my God, a nightmare. But yeah, a number of people, yeah, they'll think JB Smooth for sure.
There you go.
But like, it's not, to be honest, like these are rarities, but they
Yeah,
yeah, they for
but
sure
they happen.
Yeah,
They happen.
yeah.
People still, I got yelled. I was in Cleveland and at a bar, well, walking to the club, and there was a bunch of bars on the street. And somebody was like,
Yeah.
Joe Coy, what's up, Joe Coy? I was like, I don't even look like Joe Coy, you know? All right, anything you want to pimp before you leave, JB?
If you guys can go watch the special, obviously that'd be amazing. I'll let it speak for itself. You watch it, you let me know what you think. People seem to be super hyped about it, so I'm confident in that way. And I think it's very clear my heart's in a good place, and I love that people are identifying that and addressing that as like such a valuable thing that we need right now. Not to get too sentimental, I'm just saying I really like poured myself into this, and I love the result that's happening right now. We're over 200,000 views in a month. Let's keep that growing.
Nice, nice.
Get that.
And the link is in the description. Make sure we put the link in the description. We'll put his name up. Follow him on Instagram. We'll put your Instagram. Everything about JB is down below in the description. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate
Michael,
you.
thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. All right, take care, you guys. Ashley, nice talking to you.
you.
Good luck with the album, my guy.
All right, take care, Dean. I mean, JB, Dean. I'm looking at Dean. I'm looking at Dean. I'm like, take care, Dean. Take care, JB. All right, now you other people, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.